Angel, I'm gonna be doing my rebuttal speech on gluten-free diets. Basically, I am going to be using my opponent has just had not enough scientific evidence, and I'm gonna prove that there's more scientific evidence. And her secondary claims were gluten-free diets become popular because of celebrities and not doctors. And then her second one was gluten-free diets to self-diagnosis yourself can be very harmful to your health. And her secondary claim was gluten-free diets can contribute to weight gain. When she gave her speech, she didn't really give any scientific evidence or medical evidence about that. So my counterclaims is on the first one was gluten-free diets are not endorsed by medical doctors and their science. Medical doctors give us a better view on gluten-free diets than the celebrities would. Famous doctors like Dr. Oz, who is a celebrity in some respects, tells us why gluten-free diets don't work. And according to a Huffington Post, when they interviewed him it was a TV show, he said he calls them a scam, that most people don't need them. Dr. Oz followed his tips of living healthier by pointing out white bread should be eliminated from your diet anyways, though many people have claimed to be gluten tolerant. Over the past years, recent studies have questioned whether they're actually gluten in products causing these problems, or is it a FODMAPS, which is fruiting poorly absorbed certain claimed carbohydrates, which many product companies associate with gluten. And by listening to Dr. Oz, gluten-free diets as a scam is better than listening to celebrities like Miley Cyrus or anyone else who's not a doctor. And that the gluten-free diet should not be a fad diet, and it should by no means lose weight for a random person. It really depends on your lifestyle and your and medical prescription for people with specific serious immune diseases. My secondary claim was people not using scientific facts by choosing gluten-free diets thus could be harmful to them. People using gluten-free diets are not using scientific facts, but rather social media to believe that gluten-free diets are the answer for them. Gluten-free diets do not give you a better lifestyle, but actually give you a poorer bank account, apparently. Let's see, by Harvard Health, they emphasize that people who are sensitive to gluten-free feel better, but a larger portion of them derive no significant benefits from practice. They simply waste their money because these products are expensive, says Dr. Liffer, who is an assistant professor at the Harvard Medical School. And so no scientific facts that is better for you. And the third counterclaim is that eating gluten-free diets show no weight loss, but people tend to not follow doctor's advice for better living. That people need to realize just because you're a gluten-free diet doesn't automatically mean that you'll lose weight, but according to science and the medicine will depend on your body. People must understand that everyone's body is different, and rather than the same, that it might work for one person doesn't mean it actually works for another person. So when they promise you, oh, you'll lose weight with this, but the harsh reality is because your body type and composition are different. Sarah G. of the Green Medic Information answers, weight gain associated with wheat consumption has little to do with calorie per se, rather that gluten products distribute endochrine and exocrine processes within the body, as well as modulating nuclear gene expression to alter the metabolism of weight gain. The study reports, according to Sarah G., proves that the majority of obesity is gluten and not calories. So basically saying that, that it doesn't really help you at all to lose weight. It just depends on your diet and everything. You can cut it out of your diet but you need to do other things just to lose the weight. In conclusion, these counterclaims prove that there's more science than the advocate had on theirs, because it was more of hearsay and what celebrities think and everything. There was not really any science behind it. Thank you.
Well, Angel, I thought you did a nice job speaking to the audience and trying to explain some things in the argument, but I do think that there's a problem here, and the problem is that I think you're kind of missing the point of the advocate's argument. They're dismissing the notion that gluten is an important issue for most people, and that gluten-free diets are unnecessary or even potentially problematic. And you actually, I think, provide better evidence on one of those points than the advocate did. The advocate says people end up on these things because celebrities are endorsing them, which is, I believe the advocate is saying that's a bad thing, that people are doing that. And all you do is say it's a bad thing because doctors say the same thing too. So we all know that it's a bad thing. So where is the argument on this issue? I think that this is one of those places where there needs to be a little bit more analysis of what the issue is that the advocate is arguing, because it's a little bit confusing. Sometimes there are people who need the gluten-free diets. A lot of people who are on gluten-free diets are wasting their money and they're not benefiting themselves. I don't know that there's any challenge or dispute on some of those points that people aren't going to benefit. I think there could be an argument about whether or not eating a gluten-free diet is in fact harmful to people. I don't remember what the advocate's evidence on that particular point was. And on the weight loss issue, I think at the end you have an interesting point. It's a little generic, but it's applicable here, and that is that all weight loss issues have to be kind of determined on a case-by-case basis. Everybody functions a little bit differently. I think you need better evidence on that particular point. So it's hard to say that a gluten-free diet is going to benefit or hurt any particular person unless they have been seen by a doctor and consulted those particular issues. So maybe the problem here is that the advocate is making a stronger inference than the evidence supports, but not necessarily anything that contradicts the position that you're taking. I just really got the feeling that we're sort of like shadow boxing an argument where both of you are sometimes on the same side, and I'm not sure why it is that your position contradicts response to the advocate's position. I think there's a better argument sometimes to be made that says there's not really an argument here. And I think you missed some opportunity on that. All right, thank you.